because look at the sacrifice that they make to
Absolutely.
serving our country, and I mean, we just owe them that debt of gratitude for that,
Absolutely.
and
So my brother's a veteran, and I actually became a VA specialist.
mhm,
I know that there's been a few changes in the last few years with VA loans. We have increased our limits for here in Arizona. I think what some people don't understand is that the VA benefit, is a special loan, right? That comes with 0% down,
correct,
but the veteran still has to be able to pay the mortgage.
right,
And I
yeah,
think a lot of people get confused. They're like, "Oh, I have this benefit." And like my
yeah,
brother was so funny. I think he was working at a pizza spot making minimum wage, and he's like, "Oh, well, I have my VA loan. I can buy a house." And I was like,
right.
"Can you afford $2,500 a month?
Well, yeah,
Do
sometimes
you have credit?"
sometimes you get the like, oh, well, I'm a veteran, so I have zero down, but I don't have any closing costs or anything. Well, those all still apply. They're not. I mean, a lot of times we'll get the concession where that can be covered by the seller, so they're kind of coming out of pocket with nothing.
Hmm.
But that's the goal when you have a concession, is that if they're getting a 3% concession, that they're able to come out of pocket with whatever the earnest money is, and hopefully it works out where they get that money back. But yeah, that's one of the misconceptions, is that they don't have to put anything into it, and there still is the costs that go with it. So,
Absolutely. Right. And then so VA loans, are there any particular costs that are different than FHA and conventional loans?
well, I mean, the biggest thing with a VA loan is if there's a upfront the funding fee that's financed into the loan, that's based off of whether or not you've used it before, or if you have a service related, um, if you're
Injury?
exempt,
Oh,
from
okay.
having to pay the funding fee,
Oh,
then
okay.
that could be zero. So then if there's a disability, that was the word I was looking for,
Oh, okay.
then that gives you the ability to have that waived, the funding fee, so it saves a little bit of money on the monthly payment.
And the veteran still needs good credit, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of flexibility within that. We have some circumstances, like I've had VA loans that I've worked on for people that have had some credit challenges that we've been able to get through. The biggest thing, if obviously you want to talk to an expert on that, like me,